Hello, everyone, again. My name is Christopher Marte. I grew up in the Lower East Side, not too far away from here, and I know the importance of art, theater, and affordable space. My dad, a bodega owner by day, at night, playwright. He used to go do playwrights in Teatro Ayati, which is literally across the street. So I know the importance of having an affordable space to express yourself, tell your story, show your vision. And so that's why I'm proposing not only to use vacant storefront with tax incentives to allow affordable plays and rehearsals to take place, but also look at the theaters that are vacant. Canal Street Theater is vacant. It's a beautiful theater that hasn't had a show in over 20 years. Can you imagine that in a city filled with artists looking and trying to find a place to perform? And we have a beautiful theater that could sit almost 300 people, not even being used. And so it's having the vision, the knowledge of what the neighborhood has, interacting with people, say, what space can you give us? And then creating a database online so everyone in this room knows that that place is available and that place is affordable. So with my experience with technology, community, engagement, I will talk to people, research, and put it online for everyone to see. Create a Craigslist. Maybe we use city space, but maybe we enhance it that has live data of when you can use it, how you can use it, and for what purposes. So that's what I'll do as your city council person. Someone that knows the district, that knows technology, and that has done it before. I repurposed my brother's gym facility for artists. We actually had artists in residence for 3 months where they did Danny and the Deep Blue Sea. And it was amazing. Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday night, that's all they needed. They needed 1 hour to prep and 1 hour to clean up. And they were able to express themselves, perform, and had a great event. And so that's what I'll do as a city council person. And you can trust me because I've done it before. I know how to do it, and I can do it the right way. Thank you.
Raise your hands if you are willing to be a co-sponsor to Ben Kalis's City Spaces initiative to create a searchable database of unused or underutilized city-owned spaces. Great. Raise your hands if you will clearly and visibly list your stances on issues facing indie theater and the performing arts on your campaign's website and literature. Okay. You support campaign finance reform and getting money from PACs, super PACs, or special interests out of political campaigns at all levels. You commit to covering the gap created if there are cuts on a federal level to the National Endowment for the Arts and the National Endowment for the Humanities. You support a path to citizenship for artists who come to this country to perform or work on indie theater productions. You support the efforts by New Yorkers for Culture and Arts in getting parity in the NYC Cultural Plan between our Cultural Institutions Group and Cultural Development Fund. All right. You support the expansion of the Cultural Institutions Group to include independent theater anchor venues. You support the promotion of indie theater to the more than 61 million visitors coming to New York City each year. You promise to see at least 3 indie theater productions before the elections, including, but not limited to, my production of Martin Denton, happening right here, July 6th through the 23rd. I've got 2, 3, 4, okay. Great. Sorry, I get paid in shameless promotion, so.
I think we first have to think of the affordable housing that artists have in Soho and preserving that. If you go to community board meetings month after month, real estate developers, real estate brokers are always trying to proclaim that there's no more artists living in Tribeca and Soho, and that's a lie. If you look at my financial disclosure statement, which is coming out today, 25% of my donors are artists from Soho and Tribeca, so they're still living there and they're still thriving. Maybe, you can't say you're not an artist because you're not on stage. You're always an artist. You know, no matter if you're young, middle age, or senior, as an artist is an artist from the beginning to the end. And I think that's how you have to see it from a city council position. Looking at artists from youth. When I was a kid, I did my first street performance at the age of 9 on Staten Street. And then all throughout high school, I even hosted the talent show. And in college, I was actually Toto in The Wizard of Oz. So me and Aaron do have something in common. But it's understanding this, that an artist doesn't stop. You know, you don't stop creating art or thinking about art. And so it's all about thinking about legislation that you could pass to increase affordable housing and true affordable housing. I feel like when we look at the affordable housing that's being developed in our district, whether it's in the Two Bridges or Essex Street Crossing, I can't afford to live that. The people that live 2 blocks down can't afford to live that. A lot of them being artists. A lot of artists came and moved down to the Lower East Side, Soho and Tribeca, because no one wanted to live here. And so we had not only the home, but we had the space to express ourselves. And I think we should try to preserve the people and the culture that is there for a reason. People move here for that. People move here for everyone in this room. People want to see our works, and that's why they want to live there. So it's not only preserving the affordable housing that's there, creating new, true affordable housing, but thank you. Hi, everyone. I think today each of us talked about what we could do as a city council person to help promote arts, and not only through legislation, but through land use and through just being vocal about it. However, I feel like we forget one thing that a city council can do, and that's connect communities. I want to represent one of the most diverse communities in the world, where we have Chinatown, we have Tribeca, we have Fidei, we have Lower East Side, we have Greenwich Village. And I feel like understanding each and every aspect of the district is what I can do. I could be that point person that could say, oh, this Chinese organization needs a theater. Well, we have space in Henry Street Settlement. Families in the Lower East Side want to know how to connect technology and theater. We could go to 3DL. That family in Fidei wants to, hang out in Washington Square Park and see a show nearby. I could take them to another theater. We need someone that could be that connector, not only in City Hall, but in my office and in the streets. And I would be that person fighting for affordable housing, fighting affordable space, and fighting to have your voice proclaimed not only in the city, but nationwide. Thank you.